Good evening and welcome to Beyond the Front Page, a show produced by Cuyahoga Community College for the spring 2017 semester and broadcast on Time Warner Communications, Verizon, Fios, the Auburn Regional Media Access, ARMA, as well as the college's radio station, WIN 89.1. I'm your host, Guy Cosentino. Next Friday, Cuyahoga County's Young Professionals Group, IGNITE, will hold its sixth annual IGNITE the Winter event in Downtown Auburn on Friday, March 3rd. We've invited IGNITE's chair, Jon Wilcox, who's a business development officer with Savannah Bank and an associate vice president, to join us to give us a preview of IGNITE the Winter, as well as talk about what IGNITE is doing locally, as we've done over the last several years. Welcome back to Beyond the Front Page for IGNITE. I know this is your first time being here, but we've tried to promote this winter event. When is it?
Well, it's next Friday, March 3rd. It goes from 5 to 10, but it's outside we like to say it goes from like 5 to 9. We'll have our chili chowder cook-off. That goes from 5 to 8. Then we announce our winners, and then we work with the Auburn Public Theater, and we have another band inside that plays from 8 to 10. So the whole idea is they transition right over to Auburn Public Theater after the announcement.
And so where is it then?
Oh, that's going to be on Exchange Street.
Okay, so right in between the parking garage and Genesee Street, you usually take up that whole area?
The whole street, yeah.
And you're going to be in the Genesee Mall as well for some activities as well?
Yes.
For those who don't know what IGNITE is, what are you?
We are a young professionals group, so it's Cuyahoga.
So what's young?
Well, I would say
I get my Social Security or my AARP card.
We have no age limit.
Okay.
What the steering committee itself is what our board of directors is, and that you have to be 40 or under to be on that one. So,
okay.
But I have people that are in IGNITE that are like 50, 60 years old just because they got involved a while ago, maybe not in that range, but I mean, we don't
But
kick
IGNITE's
people
been
out.
around for a good 10 plus years.
Yes.
Okay. And you're based out of where?
We are an affiliate of the Cuyahoga County Chamber of Commerce.
And so you're a membership organization?
Yes.
And how many members do you have?
Well, we have about 150. We're working on revamping our membership. We're working with local businesses around. It's kind of like, our membership's $25 a year. But it's neat because now we have a membership card and we're working with local businesses to give us IGNITE members discounts. So although you may be paying $25 for a membership card, you're going to get discounts to local restaurants.
Do you have some
eateries.
Signed up already?
Yeah, definitely.
You can promote them.
Well, I mean, I don't want to forget anybody,
okay.
but we do have like...
But could you give us one example? Let me ask you to pick one. So if you go to some place, let's say hypothetically downtown, either Parker's, Prison City, or Stereo, if you bring in your card, do you get a discount?
Yeah, we'll get a discount.
Okay.
I know the Copper Peg signed up with us for a 10% discount, I believe. We have places like the Springside Inn who has a deal with us. A&M Graphics will give, and we are our own map.
So some of them are businesses.
Oh, most definitely.
They're not necessarily food service.
They're all
Okay.
all around the map. We reach out to every business.
And so you said it's $25 to join. Is it for a given year? How do you learn more about IGNITE?
Well, we're revamping our website right now. So we're getting to the point where once you log on our new website, and that's at ignite-cny.org, we're going to have it so you can sign up.
We'll give that address out a couple times.
Excellent. We're going to have it so you can sign up, pay for the whole membership right as you get on our website. But since I've been involved with IGNITE, our website is a little outdated. So that was the one thing we worked on. When before, if you wanted to sign up, you would fill out like a little part of our website and then go down to the Cuyahoga County Chamber and drop off a check or mail it in.
Okay.
But now we're getting to the point where we're going to be working with like a PayPal, and basically you can sign up, pay for it all in one.
So if you're a young professional, why should you join?
It's about networking. It's about empowering yourself to believe that you can do more. I like to tell you're going to get connected with some powerful people. And I'm not saying powerful like in stature, but like they know a lot of people in the community. It seems like...
So connectors.
Yeah, very big connectors, yeah.
So how did you get involved?
I was asked. I started Leadership Cuyahoga,
Okay.
which kind of changed my life on the nonprofit scale altogether. I honestly worked for a bank, and somebody asked me to do Leadership Cuyahoga. After that, they said pick a board and to join on and get involved with, and they were the young kind of cool people that I was very interested in being. Like Andrew Fish was on there, a bunch of people from the chamber, and I really liked everybody. I mean, half of the people that I really liked, they've gone on to bigger and better things, but it's a nice transition.
So Leadership Cuyahoga is a leadership training program that's run out of the chamber. It goes from September to about May.
Yes.
And it's a diverse group that goes through monthly or bi-monthly.
Now it's monthly. It used to be bi-monthly, but then they used to do half days. Now they actually do full days, and it's once a month. I know how I should say is I thought I knew everything about Cayuga County until I did Leadership Cayuga, and I could not believe how little I did know.
So it's everything from. Not that we want to tout Ginny Kent's program. It's a great
we sure
program.
do.
We do. Well, I was in the best class. I don't know if you know that. I was in the class of '89. What year are you?
2012.
2000. And every class thinks they're the best class, but we know who's who. So it's everything from they do a day on education, a day on economic development. There's also a scavenger hunt so that you will go from the northern part of the county to the south and know that we are a long, elongated county.
And we've even done a spin-off of that now. We actually have the best scavenger hunt ever, and I'm on that committee as well. And we have a separate day that has nothing to do with Leadership Cayuga, but it kind of was a facet of that. And we have one
and that's
day
a community one.
Yeah, and we have it in the summer, and it's basically a big scavenger hunt, and the whole idea is to raise money for Leadership Cayuga. And it's interesting. I did it with my kids and my wife last year, and it was pretty fun.
And how old are your children?
5 and 8.
So kindergarten and
second grade.
Okay, so that's a summer event. Why did IGNITE decide to do the winter?
We actually started doing this because it was the whole idea of IGNITE the winter was that it gets so cold, and in central New York we all tend to like hibernate and not come out until the spring months come. The idea of IGNITE the winter was to have something like a winter carnival where we reach out to local businesses, and that's another reason we don't go so late. We try to end it at 10 so people will venture out to all the other eateries and breweries and stuff like that.
But it is a family-oriented day because we'll talk about the Genesee Mall, but you have some family events as well.
Honestly, yeah, and that's when it started getting a lot bigger. When we actually started reaching out and making it more family friendly. Like it was kind of just out the outside. We did do family events inside, but it wasn't as packed. Now I have this wonderful band, Jim Van Arsdale and his kids. They perform for purpose. They've been doing it the last 3 to 4 years.
And these are young people who are from all different walks of life. And they come, and what is Perform for Purpose, for those who don't know? They're wonderful, they're fantastic.
Yeah, all high school students, even some of them are younger, and they're just from all over Cayuga County because he works with all these school districts. And there's like usually like 10 to 12 of them playing everything from Herbie Hancock to hip songs like Adele, if that is hip. I don't think I'm allowed to use that. Yeah, okay,
so they'll be in the Genesee Mall. Okay, so let's slice and dice this in pieces. The one that gets always the headline item is the chili cook-off.
Yes.
So what is that?
Well, our chili chowder cook-off, it's like we have 3 prizes: best chili, best chowder, and then People's Choice Awards.
Okay.
So we'll have like 5 judges, and this year we're actually trying to go with a young professional theme. So almost everybody out of our judges is young professional.
So who are your judges this year?
We have the BOCES culinary arts instructor, Mark Fitzgerald. Okay. We have City Councilor Terry Cuddy. We have Rich Franklin, who works for the Citizen. Then we have David Wilcox, who also writes for the Citizen. I was hoping maybe we might get an article out of that on the wonderful event. And then we have a new wonderful...
You were trying to get a young professional. Did you get... You were looking for somebody else.
Oh, we did. We got Anastasia Benson. She is one of the people. She runs the Underground Bottle Shop. It's a brand new place that opened right by Angelo's.
Okay.
So then
they're in the old Mark's Pizzeria.
Yeah, their
niche
is like they find like cheaper wines and stuff that are very good wines, and they have ciders, basically stuff that you're not going to find in a store. They're offering at the Underground Bottle Shop.
Because I say this only because I was looking at your article from a couple weeks ago, and you were still looking for somebody.
As soon as that printed, I had 3 or 4 people calling immediately, and I'm like, oh, we just filled it.
So how many restaurants do you usually participate?
Usually we actually have up to 22 to 24, but then we also have nonprofits getting involved too. So like
who are cooking?
Yeah, everything from Rotary to Cayuga Seneca Action Agency to a lot of nonprofits. This year we actually wanted to, because it gets so packed down there, we actually wanted to just put it out there to the restaurants this year, and which. It's a double-edged sword, but it's going to give more room, and basically, then I feel bad for some of these judges. They got to try 22 different chilies. I mean, it's a little overwhelming when you're.
So how many restaurants do you have participating?
Right now we have 8.
Do you know who they are?
Oh, I sure do. We have the Refinery at the Hilton Garden Inn, Old Erie Restaurant, and Ted Tamandel. He's been doing it for years with us. The Downtown Deli. We have Parker's. We have Auburn Ale House, and if you don't know Auburn Ale House, it's under new ownership. Hannah Gross, she's taken over there, and I really wanted to get her involved.
That's on West Genesee Street.
Yep.
Over
Kind of by
red
peppers.
Peppers and red apple.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we have the Fargo, Inns of Aurora, and the Copper Pig.
And so they're competing for all 3 awards. But what were the awards again?
It's a $250 gift card gift for the best chili, best chowder, and then the People's Choice.
And so the first 2 are done by the judges.
Yes.
The third, people can sample.
Yes, we're going to have dollar samples. So the whole idea is that because we have a Facebook page and we're just launching our new website, we want to actually get people interactive on our website and Facebook, and we're going to do a lot of the voting there. We're going to have ballots out there for people who aren't interactive on Facebook and the website as well.
Oh,
I'm not going to say it.
That would be me.
So we don't cut them out as well, but it's really, I mean, it's highly competitive. You should see these restaurants. Everyone
They want to win.
Everyone thinks they're going to win too.
And if you want to do the sampling, is there a cost for that?
Just $1 per sample. So we actually will sell
So
tickets.
is it $1 per sample or $1 you get
per sample?
Per sample. So
Yes.
if you want to try all 8.
Yeah, you got to pay $8.
And where does that money go?
It's all going to, this is Ignite's only fundraiser.
Okay.
So we're really like, a lot of that goes for the prizes because we are giving $750 out in prizes. But a lot of that is we're trying to raise money to make bigger. We have a new website launching that we're trying to pay for that as well. A lot of these things that if you want to grow, you actually have to invest. And that's what we've been doing the past year.
So besides, and so that's one piece of it. A lot of people go down there. Are there going to be other food vendors?
We're going to have a couple. The idea is that we don't want to take away from the chili chowder cook-off people. So really, our other vendors are really like I have a lot of nonprofits, and so we have the Girl Scouts selling cookies inside the Genesee Mall.
So there was just a troop down here. I don't know if you saw the
I
gaggle. So they were coming down from Parrish, New York. So you can buy Girl Scout. If you don't know a Girl Scout and haven't bought, like I have, 8 boxes, you can buy them there. Okay.
And then we're also going to have a wonderful.
But keep your Thin Mints to yourself.
I have Cheryl Powers. She also works with Cancer for Life, or Relay for Life kind of thing. And she also works with another organization. She'll be just selling candy bars for a good cause. So we're generally, if you're.
So it's not like hot dog vendors, hamburger vendors. But Ignite, one of the things that you do as an organization, you do the alcohol and non-alcoholic drinks. Am I correct?
Definitely. We're gonna offer coffee, hot cocoa, beer, cider, wine, and then maybe even some water and everything like that.
And I should ask this. This is rain or shine.
Most definitely.
Okay.
I hope for snow.
Okay.
So it gives it a wintry theme.
So because it's gone from really warm to torrential downpour to snowy. We're about 10 days out. Any idea what Wayne Mahar and company are saying?
Well, I actually don't. I actually looked up a month ago, and I thought that they could forecast for a month ahead until I got picked on by my whole crew. I was like, they said it's going to be around 36, and they're like, they can't forecast that far ahead.
Okay. But it is rain or shine?
Yes.
Okay. If it does rain or it doesn't rain, you do have some specific events that's very, what I would say, family-centric, kid-centric in the Genesee Mall.
Yes, I mean, and that was our biggest, that's when things started changing for Ignite the Winter, when we actually started reaching out to a lot of local establishments, from everybody from local banks to basically Auburn Beautification Commission, Brad Cole. So we have inside the Genesee Mall.
He's an artist who does caricatures.
Yeah, and he lights it up, meaning like every time we have this for the past 4 years, I literally have to tell about close to 25 people that he's not going to be here much longer. He can only go till 8 o'clock because the line is out the door. I mean, he does these caricatures. I actually have 2 of them, but I feel like I'm taking away from people like waiting in line anymore. So now I'll hire him later.
Your kids will be in college by
exactly.
that time. So he'll do that. You have face painters?
Yes, we have Cayuga Seneca Community Action Agency. Their Head Start program does face painting. We have a couple local banks, Savannah Bank, who sponsors the event as well, and same as Generations Bank. I believe Savannah's going to do a Plinko game, and
what?
We're going to try to do like a Plinko game where we're like giving out little prizes away for. We let the plane, kind of like Bob, Price is Right.
Okay.
And then I know Generations Bank, they did a financial literacy game. I get it, basically I'm going to reevaluate everything probably a week ahead just to get the games updated, because sometimes people change hands at the end.
Right.
I know I have Fidelis Care. Last year they handed out winter gloves and they did a kids activity event, but I got to tell you, every single person loved the gloves because it was so darn cold. And some of these people don't have the right winter hats and gloves on at the event.
And so is that a free event? Do people have to pay for anything in the...
No, absolutely free.
Okay.
We even have the Safe Child program by the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department. They do kids' IDs in there. I have free popcorn from Auburn Party Rental, and they're actually a sponsor, so they do a lot of, they donate some heaters to be a sponsor, in-kind membership. I have A&M Graphics, who their own Matt Ferguson, he's on our steering committee, and Farm Boy Graphics, though they're competitors, they work well together. They're going to give out, both are going to give away shirts to kids.
Okay.
So they, at least the whole idea is that we're leaving with something. Like, some of these kids are unfortunate and they don't have events where they can afford
But you
it.
have hundreds of kids who go through that.
Oh yeah, it's packed.
Besides Perform for Purpose will be there, and they'll be playing. Will they be playing for that full time period?
They play right around from 6:30 to 8. The only reason is at 5 o'clock when the event starts, it's hard getting all these people from different school districts to get there right at 5, because a lot of these kids, their parents are
But
bringing them.
is the kids tent open at 5?
Yes.
Or I shouldn't say kids tent. Kids
Oh,
area.
We'll have all the vendors will be set up
and
by
they'll
5
go
o'clock.
from 5 to
8.
for the students.
We say the event's 5 to 9, but at least for the kids' activities, a lot of these people are trying to wrap up and bring their kids home, because a lot of these kids aren't staying up past 8.
Right.
And so, like, right around...
They can't make Shark Tank. If
No,
they-
not at all. So right around 8 o'clock, they start wrapping up, and we have a few IGNITE members that are helping them bring all this stuff to the car, because as much as we have a ton of parking in the parking garage, if you're carrying tables, it's a haul sometimes.
And is there any, I mentioned just the Genesee Mall, there's no fee for, other than if you're buying the chili tickets or if you're buying beer or cider, there's no fee to go to IGNITE.
No, and the
winter.
whole idea is that even if you don't want beer or cider, like, we actually have live ice sculptures. Stan Kalanko of the Ice Farm, hopefully he's going to be doing, like, I don't know if I'm supposed to give it away, but he's going to be doing polar bears, and we're going to do.
So I was going to say, so in the past he's done everything from Harriet Tubman and crows. He's had some, I think for your anniversary of IGNITE, it was the IGNITE seal. So he's doing this year, what is he doing?
I believe we're going to be doing polar bears, and I said, if you can do it, I'd like to have a bowl, like, with a porridge and and a spoon, and we try to cut out holes where the faces go, so some kids and the parents can go in and pose with the ice sculpture itself.
And he's done this every year.
Oh, every year.
And it
since I've been
stays up,
involved.
I mean, as long as the weather.
It's usually there the next morning, honestly. So even when it's like warm or cold, there's these ice blocks are so thick that, I mean, it's generally there the next morning as well.
When does he usually start? Does he start on that Friday?
Yeah, we were having them start carving at like 6, but because the event starts at 5, I requested him to, like, start at 5, because honestly, people.
Because he's doing that while people are there.
Oh yeah,
Which is really fun.
That's awesome. And we also have a live showmobile too, so we're gonna have live bands throughout the whole event. So
is it several bands for the showmobile or just one?
we usually do 2 bands outside and then do 1 band inside Auburn Public Theater, but we were lucky enough to get Modus Operandi, and they're gonna be doing 2 different sets.
Okay, and I don't know my music.
They
So
are-
what kind of music do they play?
They listed 4 or 5 different things off their
So
Facebook. I can cheat.
I was going to say
Everything from jazz to reggae.
rock, reggae, funk, blues, hip hop, and R&B. So they look like the whole shooting match.
Oh, they play, and that's another. They play everything from the 70s right up into.
Are they a local?
Yes.
club? Okay.
I actually went to school with their lead singer,
Okay.
Monique Moshanti.
See, it's all about the connections. It is. Okay. And so they're going to be outside. That is assuming the weather's good enough that the showmobile, they don't use the showmobile in the rain, but any other conditions. So if the showmobile will be out, will that be on the Loop Road looking in?
Yes.
Okay.
So it'll be on the Loop Road looking in. We used to actually have the other side cut off for carriage rides, but we're going to actually have 99.3. They're going to be doing a live broadcast on the other side this year. So we're actually going to have a live radio station going on for 2 hours at the event.
And then in the Auburn Public Theater, they've always been a partner, or they have been a partner for many years.
Last couple of years at least.
What
yeah.
is the APT doing?
They're going to have this band called the Proud Walkers. Now, the Proud Walkers is a band. I knew a lot of these guys when they were in this band called Fresh Guac, and they played at Ignite the Winter outside numerous times. And as we approached them this year to do it, they were like, "Can we please get inside?" Because as you're a musician, it's cold out there to play. So it's one of these things.
So Modus Operandi hasn't figured this out yet.
I don't like. Modus actually played.
If you're listening, do not pay attention. Okay.
Well, they played the last year's event inside, so they lucked out. So we try to switch it off and show no favorites.
So something that is new this year is this photo contest. What is that?
Well, we're actually, and this is more my assistant vice chair, my vice chair for Ignite, Kirsten Zakowski, started this. It's really an idea.
Who is she? And
she works for Sean McLeod at the New York Dance Studio, Institute of Dance, and basically the idea is to get people having fun at the event. Post it on our Facebook page, which is Ignite Cuyahoga County's YPs, stands for Young Professionals. And the idea is that we're going to hand out a gift card or a gift certificate for
so people vote to say who their favorite photo is of.
Yes.
Okay. And what's the price? So you're going to do a gift card. People can go online or on their Facebook page, and what do the votes come by? What people like? I don't actually. I'm lying to you if I know how exactly that works, because although I am chair, there are some things that I don't have a handle on. Everything. But you can vote online. This will be self-explanatory as people go along and they want to vote. Well, and the whole idea is it's mainly to be interactive. We want people logging on our Facebook page. We want people logging in, and we need actually a lot of new pictures for our website because we launched a new website. So the more pictures, the better. So that is another idea of why we're doing this. And what's the website again? Ignite-cny.org. That basically, it's a new website that's going to have, we're going to have a calendar of events from now on. We're going to have meet the steering committee, which will give a brief bio of all steering committee members. It'll give us a better platform to reach out to local, youths to get them involved and everything like that. We always have Ignite always has a second Tuesday event where we reach out to a local business, from everyone from a big time business to a local eatery. We try to switch it up so we're not doing one consistent thing all the time. But this is your big fundraiser. This is our number one event. Yeah. So who are some of your other sponsors for the event, the overarching event? Yeah, well, we work hand in hand with the Citizen. They always do an in-kind donation for us as well as, so we'll pay for some advertising, they match it. Same with Finger Lakes Radio. Our big sponsor this year is Generations Bank, and then we have Savannah Bank, Woodman Life, which is a local insurance agency, and Hilton Garden Inn. And then we have Courier Plastics, Upstate Paving, Duthie Ortho, Auburn Community Hospital, A&M Graphics, Auburn Community Hospital, Auburn Party Rental, Jacobs Press, and I believe that's it so far. So in the past, and I know this is a change, it was a plan change, you used to partner with the Auburn BID, the Auburn Downtown Partnership. Are they not participating? Not this year, and it's really just because we wanted to make some rule change. They always took care of the chili chowder cook-off, and it got to a point where we wanted to make some changes, and it was not something they were interested in doing. So I said, no problem, we'll take over it. But it's still a downtown event. Yeah, it's a downtown event. It's in their district, so yeah. Because a number of the businesses, as you mentioned, are not downtown. So this is more community-wide or we reach out to everybody. Okay. And then honestly, I think some of our local businesses in downtown, they know it's a big event and they know people are coming either way. So we get, as soon as... So whether you're a restaurant, you know that whether you're Parker's, Asteria, the Copper Pig... they'll all be packed that night. Usually, everything from Moondogs, Prison City, Swabbies to Parker's. I mean, we always have our after party out at 10, with all of us after we clean up, and generally, we even bounce from 4 different places just because we want to show our appreciation for everybody. And so separate, you mentioned the every month, the second Tuesday? Yes. Events. Are there other events that Ignite does? Oh, yeah, we do a ton of events. I mean, this year is the first year last year we tried to get a little bit more active. We actually hold a summer event. It's very similar to Ignite the Winter. It's where we have live music, and in the middle of June, July time. It's hard putting an event on in the summer because everyone has plans, but I believe And everybody's doing events. Yeah, and this year I believe we have a band called Root Shock, which they're an amazing band, and I believe we have already booked them. So yeah, and we do everything. Will that be downtown or is that somewhere else? That'll be in the same place. So it'll probably be right on Exchange Street. We'll book the showmobile. We'll have beer
cider and wine, and basically it should. But we can go a little bit longer for that event because it's nicer weather outside.
And that's in July. You're expecting?
I believe it's going to be in June.
June. Okay.
We don't want to interfere with the Duck Derby or anything else going on in May, so we wait until that goes.
Because I know
on.
downtown now is bookmarked by Memorial Day kicks off, Duck Derby, and the Memorial Day Parade, and then the next day is Major Palooza, and then they end with Tomato Fest.
Yes.
So, and in between there's a couple of other events.
And we're at all those events. Like we had 5 or 6 people at IGNITE. They were in the water doing the Duck Derby. We actually set up an IGNITE the Vote. We have an IGNITE the Vote event too.
Well, I was going to ask that because every other year, so in odd year elections, and this would be one where there's 2 city councilors and half the legislature's up, IGNITE has tended to do candidate forums.
Yes.
Is that your plan to do in October this year as well?
It should be, yes.
Okay.
That basically we do every other year, so it should be. We try not to do it every year because we don't want to make it. We want to. The importance.
You don't do state and regional offices. You're
Not at all,
really
yeah.
looking at the local elections.
And we want things that are going to affect Cayuga County, and we don't want to get into deep politics. We really want to just promote getting out there and voting.
And
so
you do not endorse candidates?
No.
Okay.
We're a nonpartisan group.
Okay.
We like them all, but at the same point.
But it's more about getting information out. Mm-hmm. And you usually have 50 to 100 people who attend these events.
Oh, yeah.
For the forums.
Yeah, I want a big shout out to Hilton Garden Inn. The last 2 times they've held the event, and it's a wonderful forum.
And before we end out, I want to give a couple pieces of information again. If somebody wants to go to the website, where do they go?
It's IGNITE, that's IGNITE-CNY.org.
And then if they want to post on Facebook, however they do it, next Friday, they can do it at where?
IGNITE Cayuga County's YPs. And that's YPs with an S right after it.
So on just the photo contest, is that only for that day? People have to post at the event?
Yeah.
And then they'll be voting for a certain period.
You're basically tagging that you're at IGNITE the winner, come on down. So it's really not even, it's about the most creative photo. It's really just to get people down there, get attention on Facebook, because how it works nowadays, it's all about people checking in and letting their friends and family know that there's something going on downtown Auburn.
And I'm assuming, as usual, there'll be a lot of orange shirts out there, whether they're sweatshirts or T-shirts.
Yeah, they're always orange hoodies. So
Okay.
Tom from Farm Boy Graphics usually gives us these bright orange hoodies. Now I'm an SU fan, so I dig it. You know what I mean? But at the same point, they stay staff on it. Generally, only steering committee members wear them.
Nobody should be wearing Duke blue that night.
I would say not.
Okay.
Right? Especially with the game coming up. But it's one of these things where we wanted to make it bright orange, so if somebody has a problem, they can go to one of these guys or ladies in the orange sweatshirts.
So 3 just follow-up questions. The event is when?
It's Friday, March 3rd, 5 to 10.
And where is it?
It's going to be on Exchange Street in downtown Auburn.
No charge. You can park in the Seward lot, in the parking garage, plenty of parking. You can walk there, rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
Our guest has been Jon Wilcox, the chair of the IGNITE Steering Committee. We want to thank you for coming on, talking about IGNITE the Winter.
Thanks for having me.
And we encourage you to go. It is a very fun event, whether you want to go there and just socialize as an adult, or if you have children and want to go to the Genesee Mall, it is an event that's very worthwhile. So good luck with the event, and I hope you get just the right amount of snow.
I appreciate it.
We will be back next week with both an Inside Government and Beyond the Front Page show. On Beyond the Front Page, we'll be focusing on ABC Cayuga, speaking of downtown, a new project that's going to be in the old HSBC, or for some of you, known as the Marine Midland Bank, the Bunker, in downtown Auburn. It's been taken over by new owners, the Kyles, and we're going to have ABC Cayuga, which is a program for young people with Nancy Tien, their executive director, and Elizabeth Stillwell. They'll be in the studio. Over the next couple of weeks, we will have some Inside Government shows featuring Senator John DeFrancisco, Cayuga County Legislative Chair Keith Batman, and Owasco Town Supervisor Ed Wagner, as well as City Manager Jeff Dygert. Our Beyond the Front Page shows also will include discussions about Cayuga senators, the local efforts of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, an update on Seymour Library, especially during Library Appreciation Week. And of course, we'll talk about not only the Women's Rights 19K in Seneca Falls event, but we mentioned it a few minutes ago, Major Palooza. They usually come in at the end of the year to have a discussion and tell us what's happening at the end of May. Before we go, though, we would like to let you know that you can send us your questions and thoughts for shows at Inside Government or Beyond the Front Page. If you want to email us at cozguytho@aol.com, we'll take your questions, or you can mail them to us at Inside Government or Beyond the Front Page, 141 Dunning Avenue, Auburn, New York, 13021. I'm Guy Cosentino for Cayuga Community College. We want to thank you for watching. Hope you'll tune in next Tuesday. We hope you have a good night and have a great tomorrow.